Hello there, fellow exiles. As you might have guessed from the introduction, you can see I'm on a new character. This is a budget challenge that I decided to run. I'm currently level 90 on this character here, and I put it together I bought gear pieces for maybe 1.5 divine. I'll make a montage of that in a later video, but this is just going to be a quick run. So getting everything together with implicits and such on the gear and getting the colors right, then I might be at 2, maybe 2.5 divine total for the budget of the entire build, which you can see here. But let's go over some numbers first here, so you can get an idea of the build, and then I'll go into the path of building. But it's surprisingly strong already, but yeah. So spell suppression chance is only at 17 right now, but it's lucky, so it'll get better very soon. Decent resist, a little bit overcapped, and then 55 chaos rest, which is respectable for the low budget. 75 block, so this is super good. Stun avoidance at 100%, 50% chance for enemy, well, not 50% chance, but 50% reduction from crit damage. I'm immune to freeze, I'm immune to shocks, but I am not that quick, but that's one of the concessions you have to make when you're building on a budget like this. I have a 100% chance to impale, and my offhand crit chance is at 52, but it'll get a lot higher once I start hitting things, but I'll show you that in the PoB here in a second. So, but let's look at the gear so you can see how cheap it is put together. I paid 5 or 6 KS for this one. I just got it for the increased area of effect because it helps with the clear explosions from Hemophilia. I paid like 10 KS for these. Others were like 15 KS, but I just wanted the +1 to frenzy charges on it. This one, I don't use the fortify, I just wanted the increased area of effect, and the area damage goes well with the Hemophilia as well, so that's nice. Helmet was, I think, 5 or 10 KS. Chest piece, I think I paid 17 KS for this one, maybe 20, I can't recall really. 20 KS for a replica Dragonfang's Flight, 20 KS for this ring here, 5 or 6 KS for this other one, 4 KS for this Perseverance, I believe. I dropped these, but you can buy them for 1 KS, and then I think I paid 15 KS for an Emperor's Vigilance with a 98% roll. It's just an old normal version. A couple of KS for Lion's Roar with 10% more melee damage, and then I put on some old flasks I had, so probably not too much. And then I plan on switching to a Prismatic Eclipse fairly soon. I'll explain that when I go into the path of building. But that's also like a 1 chaos item, maybe 2. So, but then you need to color it. For the total setup of the build, oh yeah, let me show this one as well. So a Lethal Pride. This was really lucky on me. It was dirt cheap. I got it for 15 chaos, and it had been listed for several days. But it has some defensive aspects, which is probably why people don't want to buy it. So there's some crit multi, crit chance, so that's really solid. 10% reduced extra damage from critical strikes, rage on hit, melee, not melee fist, but global fist. 10% reduced crit damage, nothing for me. And some increased strength, which is absolutely minor. And then I got 1 rage on hit here, so these 2 notes is enough to get me to 30 rage when I start mapping. Then I have some mana reservation efficiency here, charge duration here. This is increased attack damage per 75 armor or evasion rating on shield. If I click the crit multi per turn maximum energy shield on shield, my damage goes up a little bit, but that's only when I hit with the crits, so it is just having the normal baseline attack damage is better for clear, because I do need to apply bleed on single targets in order to get some extra damage here, the crit multi here. Then I have a Runegraft of the Sinistral. I think these are like 5 or 10 chaos, but I have one lying around, so I didn't buy it. Lucky Suppression here, extra crit chance against bleeding enemies. So what I have is I have 25% chance to cause bleeding, 10 and 10, so that's 45. Then I have the Runegraft over here, which is 11% chance to inflict bleeding, so I am at a 56% chance to cause bleeding on hit, and because Shield Crush overlaps, every time I attack once, I roll this chance twice on single targets, so yeah, I apply it regularly. Then you can see I have a lot of tattoos, so I bought 10 of these tattoos for 3 chaos apiece, so 30 chaos for that, which gets me to stun immune. Then I have 30% reduced extra damage from critical strikes here, and then I have more maximum fizz attack damage here, but I can change this to hits have 50% chance to ignore enemy physical damage reduction, and then my damage will be true, because in the sense that I will have a 100% chance to ignore any damage reduction on any enemies. The reason why I am going over here to get these physical nodes instead of, say, going with Bastion Breaker is that Bastion Breaker says increased attack physical damage on these nodes here, whereas the nodes up here says increased physical damage, meaning these nodes here, they scale the explosions from hemophilia, whereas if I went and got these nodes here, increased attack physical damage, these don't. Same with these nodes, increased attack physical damage, whereas up here on the shadow area, it's actually global physical damage that you get on these. So that's why I passed up here, and there's also some very valuable crit nodes, and then I have recovered 2% of life on kill, which is super good for sustain. And then I of course have a Seething Fury here, which I paid 2 chaos for. So, rundown of the build. Let's go into the PoB so you can see some numbers. I am sitting at 13.2 million DPS right now with 88,000 effective hit pool. What I plan to do is to remove these when I get to level 91 and take the suppression here. Then it gets me up to 100k effective hit pool. And I'll be at 80% spell suppression, and that's when I might try my luck at tier 17s. I might need a few more upgrades, but it's gonna be close. But 13.2 million is absolutely respectable, but if I have killed recently, the damage goes up. If I put on my flasks, the damage goes up to 18 million. So pretty solid damage numbers, and survival as well for such a low budget. So yeah, you can see here, very simple tree, nothing, yeah, in the configuration, nothing custom modifier, no nothing. So I'd really love to get a source of Intimidate, but I don't have it right now. But yeah, this is an absolutely solid character, and I think I can get it to tier 17s on less than 5 divines, maybe even less, because things are going so well. And in the map showcase, you can have the full map here afterwards. If I run like 2 or 3 more of those, I get a little bit lucky on it. Yeah, let me show you the setup. So I have Blightheart and Beyond for some extra monsters, and Delirium as well for some extra value because I can handle it. And then this is almost the same tree I used to farm tier 17s on my main character. Only changes, I have a little bit more of these exact nodes instead of all of the map modifier nodes here up at the top. So that's the change. And yeah, it's really solid. Surprisingly so. So yeah, I hope this inspire you in some way to try and go make the build. And should there be some questions about it, just put them in the comments below, and then I'll try and get back to you. So thanks for listening in, and have a good one.
They've come to you to die. You are their mercy.
him! New roots! The blight is trying to spread!